Okay, back to club runs and walks from the 1st of April. Now each year until 2020, we would move our training venues up towards Cheltenham Race Course to give us good access to that nice big expanse of land where we don't have to worry about crossing roads and tripping on gutters. We've got grassy fields and trails to use instead. And this is a really good thing for runners and walkers alike, because it forces us to think about where we're standing and how we're holding ourselves while we run. We will go through some education on how to avoid trips and falls when you are working with long grass and narrow trails. And that's really going to help all of our members to become more athletic with their exercise. And when we get back to tarmac in July, it's going to have people in a really good place with their fitness. So I'll run through exactly what the changes are going to be. Tuesdays, we were meeting down at the pump rooms in Pitfall Park at lunchtime and in the evening. And I'm sure you'll agree that come April, the Pitfall pump rooms is going to be rammed. The car park I'd expect to be pretty much one in, one out all day long through the lunchtime, and even in the evenings, if there's any hint of decent weather, there's going to be a lot of people parked in that car park and using the park itself, Pitfall Park. So moving Tuesday nights up and Tuesday lunchtimes up to the racecourse. We can use the big car park there, so we're never going to have any problems with parking, and we can then use the areas around the racecourse for our sessions. Look, Tuesdays has always been our interval training night for runners. We've got a great little gravel car park. We can use it as a bit of hill training, and some of the members refer to it as Hell Hill. It's not that bad, but we'll be taking members through interval training up on Hell Hill with a fantastic view over the racecourse. And our walkers will have the option of doing intervals as well, or going for a walk around the outskirts of the racecourse itself. Thursday evening session and lunchtimes will both be based at the Royal Oak in Prestbury. This has always been our spring venue, and it's fantastic. Obviously, it won't be open. I don't expect it to be open at the start of April. I'm not sure whether it'll open from the 12th of April, but if it is, that's a fantastic place for us to start and finish our runs from. Traditionally, on any half decent evening, there will be a bunch of members who will stick around for a chat and a drink, and maybe even some chips before heading home after their session. So really great spot to finish your day at the Royal Oak and Prestbury. Weekend run and walk will be still starting from the pump rooms at around 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. It's not going to be busy in the car park. We shouldn't have any problems getting parks there. I wouldn't expect it's going to be busy with pedestrians either. And keeping in mind that we're not actually doing a session in the park itself. We're just using it as a meeting point to then do our longer walks and runs. I will also be offering sessions up on Cleeve Hill and around the outskirts of Cheltenham for those that want to take their weekend sessions off-road, which would be a great option for a lot of you, I'm sure, to get out and adventure around the outskirts around the Cotswolds. We're using this great app, Komoot, which effectively works as a sat-nav. So all I need to do is share a link with you, and you click that link, it loads up your Komoot app on your phone, and you can follow that route like a sat-nav on your phone as you walk or run around the route itself. So you literally cannot get lost using Komoot. It's amazing. So those are the venue changes. Look, I'm expecting a lot more of interest when we come back. We had our intake a few months ago. The walking thing didn't work because we just had to close all of our sessions, but I know that there are a lot of walkers who are waiting to come and try us out. So I'm expecting the club to grow even further in April, and then we'll be having another beginners intake in May, June sort of time. So the benefit of having a bigger club is that we can offer alternative options. So we don't have to have all of our Sunday sessions starting from the pump rooms. We can have the people that want to meet at the pump rooms meet at the pump rooms. We can have the people that want to meet up on Cleeve Hill or Leckhampton Hill meet up there, and still have, be confident that you're going to have someone to walk or run with, which is a real benefit of having, a bigger club, more members to walk and run with. So I'm really excited. But the other potential benefit that we could find ourselves having is actually pushing on more sessions. So I'll be really interested to know, who would like to be doing Monday lunchtimes or Monday evenings. I can't guarantee anything, but it will be something we'll be looking at if the club does grow as expected over the next few months. Now, the booking system, for those of you who are members, you'll be happy to hear that we won't require you to book sessions anymore. We're going to use that strictly for, I shouldn't say strictly, you're welcome to book yourself into sessions if you fancy it. You will be provided with the links to do so. But really, it'll just be used for new people trying us out effectively. We need to have their details, and we need to be able to follow up with them to see how it went and whether they'd like to continue with the club. So that's some good news. You won't have to book in for all of your sessions. We may use it from time to time if we want to make sure that we know who's coming to a certain event. So, for example, if we have a one-off session out on Noverton Hill, for example, we might ask people to book into that, just so we know exactly how many people we're going to have. Start times will continue to be staggered. So we are, in at least between the 1st of April and I think it's the 12th of April, expected to only operate in small groups. So we'll still have the maximum of 6 per group. But in talking to other members, we've actually sort of figured that it's quite good to have a limit on the number of people in each group. I think if we didn't have any restrictions, hardline restrictions on group size, I think what we've sort of found is that actually a lot of people would prefer to keep the group numbers around about that 6, even 4 to 6 is nice. So you're not actually taking up massive clumps of footpath. And I know that won't be such a big deal up at the racecourse. But, if we have, say, 10 people in a certain speed group show up, we can break them into 2 groups of 5. If we have more, we can break them into 2 groups or 3 groups. And, we want to obviously try and keep those groups as even as we can. But it also, the more groups we have, the less sensitive to speed we can be. So, within any group, you're going to have faster runners and slower runners. And if you can split that into 2 groups, then obviously there's a more chance that everyone in this group is going to be right on the same sort of average speed in terms of their ability on the day. So, as far as I see it, the more groups, the better. We'll still have, our 10 group, 11 group, 8 group, so that, I'm just going to focus back. Okay. So that we'll still have those groups, we will still have groups, but they'll be staggered in start times. Okay, so I'll put the start times in the post, but they're typically around the same time. So lunch times, the slowest group starting at 12, the fastest group starting closer to 12:30. And evenings, the slowest groups will be starting around 6:15 or at 6:15. That'll be our slowest walking group. And then the fastest group will be starting closer to 5 or 10 past 7 p.m. And haven't changed much about the Sunday morning. It'll still be the fastest guys meeting at 8:30 and then staggering it by 5 minutes right to the slowest walkers, leaving it around, meeting it around 20 past 9. So not too much has changed there with the start times, but please do check what time your group is meeting so you don't show up late. That's pretty much it. Obviously we're still not out of the woods yet. Obviously everything is conditional on what happens with the COVID numbers. It's great to see that things are improving, and it's great to see that the weather's improving and that the days are getting longer. There's just so much to look forward to, guys. Please, do get yourself to as many sessions as you can and talk to friends, that could be interested. Again, I think we're in currently in week 6. of our 14-week program. But by the time it's April, it's going to be closer to week 10, and then there'll only be 4 weeks until beginners week. So once you get back to club runs, and if you're enjoying them and you like the way things are going, please think about who else in Cheltenham that could be interested in coming along, whether it be to walk. And we have very slow walking groups down to 4 kilometers per hour, right up to 6 kilometers per hour walking groups. And we have our couch to 5K groups. That'll be 6 kph and 7 kph. And then we have non-stop running groups from 7 kilometers per hour right through to 13 and a half kilometers an hour, and potentially faster if we get some new runners in. But yeah, thanks for watching all the way through, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.